Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 155 of the Yarnivore Podcast, also known as 2 months overdue. And I'm trying to adjust here. Don't worry, this is not a bra. This is like it's my tank top that's under this. You get bad hair. You like my bad hair. It's actually red, but as you notice, we're somewhere else. For my birthday, my husband and my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my brothers-in-law en masse got me a new computer, which is awesome. So I'm not recording in the spare room, or the land of spare room, the yarn room, if you will, because we moved it out into the living room, which as you can see is a mess, and my mother's probably horrified right this instant that I am televising my mess to you. But and it's also 7:15 at night. If I didn't do this today, it wouldn't get done. And I got enough hell at SSK, okay? Enough hell. Well, I didn't get help. People were missing me. And my husband has decided that I have to podcast so he can see me. And that is very voyeuristic, but whatever. So the programs are installed. I don't think I have the movie maker. This could take all night. You may not get this until tomorrow. And it will only be on YouTube because Blip kicked me off. And I haven't converted to Podcast Garden yet because there's just been too much going on. I think let's just touch on that right in the very beginning, shall we? My life has been nuts. Nuts. That's why I wasn't around. First of all, my birthday week, which was like a week before my hubby left. He left on June 10th. And it was like, I'm not going to take 2 hours, which is approximately how much it takes me to not only set up the entire podcast stuff, like write my notes, get everything assembled so that I have it, compress, blah, 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 upload, blah, 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 babysit, blah, 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 blah. I just didn't want to do it while he was here because I didn't want to miss out on time with him, which, if you don't understand, I don't know why you're watching me. Really. Like, I mean, give me a break. So he left, and then let's face it, I was in no frame of mind to be recording through most of the June. He oh, hello. Go away. A little pop-up telling me a vase needs to be renewed. He left on the 10th and had mechanical problems getting to his plane in Norfolk, which was an MTAC, which is supposed to take him to Diego Garcia, which is, of course, in the middle of the Indian Ocean and is not findable on a map because it is too small to exist. And so he had mechanical troubles. He did not make it in time to catch that flight. That flight only leaves every 2 weeks, so he was stranded in Norfolk for 2 weeks. Which, of course, means he has an extra 2 weeks added on to his island time, which pisses me off. But there's nothing we can really do about that. So that 2 weeks was very stressful. He didn't get out until like the 25th of June. He didn't get onto the island until the 30th of June. Having left on the 10th, this was very aggravating. I'm pretty sure I don't need to explain that to you. But he's there now, and we pay an exorbitant amount of money for really, really crappy internet so that we can FaceTime, which only works about half the time, but you can FaceTime audio. So we do that too. So I at least get to hear from him once a day. That's a bug bite or something. I don't know. I got a new tattoo. There's my really dirty house. Actually, no. My spinning wheel and some yarn over here, if you're wondering what that is. That's my spinning wheel, all broken down over in the corner. Because I want to spin, but I can't because I got a new tattoo in Nashville. And I can't really turn to show you. It's an owl. If you're on Instagram, you've seen it. And it's trying its best to scab up right now. So once it scabs, I can go back to being, productive. Right now I can only knit a little bit and then stop. But I do that. I got to knit. and I'll probably have to break this into 2 episodes just to get back to everything, because there's so much to be shared with the knitting community as a whole. But the hubby is safely out there. I get to talk to him, which is, he didn't want to set a bad precedent, and I gave him hell. Because he's like, well, I don't know if we should talk every day, because when I'm on a carrier, I'm not going to be able to talk. I'm like, I am abusing this. I want this. I get this. This is my first rodeo. I want it. So I win because I'm me. My hair's growing out on the side and it looks all kinds of icky, and I have the overhead light on and I have the light coming in from the back, and there's no way to make it like so that I'm either not sitting in the dark or I'm orange. So if you're watching this on a big screen, I apologize. Why are you watching me on a big screen? I wouldn't watch me on a big screen. I've seen me. I don't want to be on a big screen, but I just pretend you don't. And so I'm orange and my hair is orange, although it's actually really quite red. It hasn't washed out to orange yet. Mostly because I've had different colors of hair, so I know how to treat it to make it last a little longer. Having said that, who knows how long this color will stay? I'm kind of a boring person. So that basically takes you into mid-June until I actually felt human again, and then boom, I had to get ready for SSK. And that's a lot of stock and a lot of dyeing, and especially when you're a self-striper, dyeing, warping, unwarping. You can see my warping stuff over here under my SSK t-shirt because I just threw it there. There is stuff all over my house. It's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, went into hardcore SSK mode, prepped for SSK, got to SSK, had loads of fun. There's going to be a lot of enabling. Just a lot of enabling. Which I also may break down into 2 separate parts, just because there's so bloody much of it. I was a bad, bad girl. But I had carte blanche. The hubby said I could do whatever I wanted with my money, so I got a tattoo and I spent way too much money on yarn. Just saying. But it evens out because, you know, you trade as a vendor, you can trade stuff and you can buy stuff. So there's a lot of different options. So, but, and I taught, and I had a lot of fun teaching. That was great. It was very well received. Who knows? Maybe I'll teach those classes again if someone asks me. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. All I know is that as of tomorrow at noon, all the odds and ends and leftovers are going up on the website. So if you haven't heard about that, I'm supposed to share my Diet Coke with a star. So you're a star right now. Right now, you are a star. All the odds and ends and leftovers. So there's a lot of one-offs, a couple poonies, a couple of the kits. Which breaks right into what I'm working on, what I'm not working on, and what I've accomplished. I did knit a shawl, and then I gave it to Laura and Leslie to auction off for the Scarrett Bennett Center at the end of SSK. So I don't have pictures. I don't have the shawl. You're just going to have to take my word for it. I need a shawl. You didn't get to see it. I'm an asshole. I'm a total asshole. But what I did work on, which I had to work on, was this. It's not going to show up right, and it's that side has a color blip in it that I totally never would have allowed in my own socks. But this is the Brachiosochus pattern, and so that's orange, dark brown, an olive or an avocado green. This actually looks blue, but it's a royal purple. It's a very bright purple, a merlot, if you will. This is a winey color, and then back into the orange. It's a 5-stripe repeat. And the toes are red, the heels are red, and the dinos are red because it's coordinating. And this is my friend Jack's pattern. And so for SSK, I did up 2 different kits. There was the Nashville Coffee Run kit, which is a lighter kit, and then there's this kit, which is the Music Row kit. And they both come with the pattern in the alternating colorways for the heels, toes, and the color work up here, which... And now that I've shown it off, I only did one for the show because there was not a lot of knitting going on here while I was. And that's the other thing. I couldn't really record because it was like, look what I dyed. I knit nothing. But in case people like to see, there's the inside of my sock. And there's a couple of these kits left. They're going up in my shop. Once they're gone, this time, they won't be back till after Christmas. So don't even ask me. but they were well received, so that was awesome. And if you're looking for something that's a little bit of an interesting stripy sock, that has a little bit, it's just a little bit of ferrule. I think there's like 10, 12 rows. And in the kit, you get the printed pattern as well as a code to download it on Ravelry. So you have the PDF version as well if that's what your preferred method of knitting is. But I got one done. I will probably get the other one done at some point in the near future now that I can actually breathe. Now that I can actually breathe, at least. Well, and my mom's coming to visit. She gets here on Monday, so that was one of the things I've been knitting. I have no show notes right now. I'm gonna write them afterwards. That's how lazy I'm being about this recording. Man, I look like ass. We were in Tennessee. This is all you got to see. Seriously? Do I want to back up and recover? No. No, I don't. I don't. It likes to give me a pop. It hasn't gotten out of its like little pop-up stage yet. It's still very new because, again, I was dying a lot, although it does have a crap ton of music on it. So I worked on that. I did that shawl. Again, dirty house. Not dirty house. I'll just use my body to block it. There you go. And I've had this Tangerine Designs bag for a while. It's the little octopuses with top hats and gears. I love this one. And on the insides, it's got mustaches. I'm actually anti-mustache. Not the mustache yarn, not anything. I just don't like... My husband's not allowed to have a mustache because I don't like them on men. I don't. It's too Tom Selleck. I can't handle it. Like, if you grew a handlebar and, like, waxed it or something, fine. Or the Hulk Hogan, also fine. But I'm really picky about mustaches. I do not subscribe to that fetish. But more power to the people who do. And I'm not talking about the podcasters or Mustache Yarns, who is also cool. But it's just on men in general, I'm not a supporter of the mustache. I'm really picky. But what I did take to SSK and actually knit like 2 stripes on. I took 3 patterns. I got like maybe 10 rows, 12 rows knit because, well, I couldn't knit. I got this done on Tuesday. SSK started on Wednesday. I taught Thursday and Friday, and I vended Saturday. There was not a lot of knitting going on, and quite frankly, my arm swole up really, like, I knew it would. Everything that happened is like old hat for me because I got this side done, but for a lot of people, it was like, that looks painful. Just, this is the sucky part, okay? I'll get back to normal. But I'm working on the Puppy Love colorway, which is one of mine. It'll be coming back in January. This one is exclusive to January, February, and shows because $5 from every skein goes to Animal Rescue. In this case, this is the dog colorway. There's also a cat colorway. And the hubby bought the skein and one, oh, that's pretty close. This is actually a really royal purple. There you go. This is a royal purple. This is very Mardi Gras. So I finished the first sock, I don't know how long ago. But I'm working on the second one. I'm actually getting somewhere. I actually got somewhere while I was at SSK. As you can see, here is my afterthought heel in that purple stripe. So I think I have 3 more repeats to go. I got about that much done at SSK, which tells you how much knitting was done. I had so much fun though. Sitting and talking with friends and just being around people I love and getting to meet new people. I forget who I said it to, but I was like, this is like coming home. It's like going home to visit your friends. So there's my ball. It's very smushy right now. But I'd like to get these done because apparently when it gets cold, he can actually wear striped socks. He was showing me on FaceTime yesterday or the day before that he was wearing his stripy socks. I was like, fine. I will finish the other stripy socks because I've got these and I've got Necromorph on the needles for him. So stripy socks in my future. Aren't they always though? Aren't they always? And then little backstory. I'm going to show you something. It's not mine. It's actually, we were at the closing ceremony and Nitty and Color was there, who I got to meet and who is even more awesome in person than you thought she was. I already thought she was pretty awesome because she has a colorway called Pandora's Aquarium, which is Tori Amos' song, which I totally spun for the Two Tangled Skeins spin and knit along. I didn't knit it, but I spun it. It's sitting in my thing, and I'm just like, I need the perfect pattern. But got to meet her. She was actually my next door neighbor in the vending. I was sandwiched between her and Steven, so I said I was the goo in the middle of the sandwich of awesome. It was awesome. It was awesome. Everybody there was awesome. There was just, it was a great time, and you need to put your name in to go next year because it's awesome. Anywho, Knitty and Color needed a sample knit up, and at the closing ceremony, she was asking a friend of mine. Friend does not knit shawls. She knits socks like a mad fiend, yo. Mad fiend. But doesn't do the shawls very much. And I was like, well, you need a shawl knit. I'm sitting on my butt. My big plan for this week, this whole week here, was to sit on my butt. I got 2 days of butt sitting done. And then I had to go out and get groceries, and now I have to go and get the car whatever renewed, the insurance, because it runs out at the end of the month. And like, I mean, I have stuff to do. I had to unpack the car, but I'm taking it easy. I'm taking it easy, and everything that's going in the shop is a leftover. So at this point, it's all up on the site. I took all day yesterday. That's how long it took, because there's only like 1s and 2s of most things. So you had to take a million pictures just to list them, but whatever. Side note. Anywho, I told her I was sitting on my ass, because everybody knows I like to sit on my butt. And that I could whip up a shawl. When did she need it by? And she needs it for Stitches Midwest. And I was like, oh my god, I can get this done. I was like, wait, is there lace? This is the definitive point for me when it comes to shawls. It's like, is there lace? If this is a stockinette or a garter knit shawl, then this is no time at all. But if there's lace, we're hooped. I'm hooped. I was like, is there lace? No, there's no lace. Okay, I can do that. Do you need it done? Because I can do it. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, trust me. I hear I'm a very fast knitter. I don't actually know that I am, but everyone says I am. They say I am, and I guess it's true. But that's after 8 years of knitting through classes. Your speed just significantly increases. So when I got home and crashed out Sunday night, I actually did the 14 hours in one fell swoop. So I got home at like 12:30 at night, and then I crashed hardcore. The next day I started knitting the shawl. So today is Thursday. I started this on Monday. If that gives you an indication of how fast of a knitter I am. This is her color block set. So I finished the pink, and I finished the purple, and I'm on to the blue. When all is said and done, there will be approximately 480 yards. Of course, the tag is over there. I'm just going to look over there, because I'm not getting up. You're not seeing my pajama pants. This is 4 colors, approximately 480 yards. This is a Merino Nylon Stellina blend. Here's the blue. And this is the sparkle base, so you can see the sparkles. After the blue, there's black, and I'm done. So I'm hoping to have that done before my mother gets here on Monday. That's a little iffy, given I've got to clean the spare room so she can stay in it, and that room is a freaking war zone, because that's where all the yarn was, right? So it's like kind of torn apart. I'm not going to lie to you. There's shit everywhere. I'm shocked it's not hanging from the light fixtures. There may be fiber stuck to the light fixture. I should actually check on that. That's probably not a good thing if there is. Anywho, have to clean that room. Aside from that, I don't really have much to do, but like get the car insured. So I started this on Monday. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days worth of work. I'm over halfway done at this point. I am loving it. It's a very great knit. It's so soft. I don't know how she gets it so soft, but, and the color is not going to be true. You can go over to her site to see. Oh, there we go. That's pretty close. There's ice searing fuchsia with electric purple and this gorgeous blue, and then a black. And if you're interested in those, she's taking pre-orders for them. She's doing Stitches Midwest. You could probably pick some up there. I believe she said she would have them there. They sold out really fast at SSK. There's another colorway, which I may have pre-ordered. I'm not going to lie, I pre-ordered the other colorway because I want it. And so if you want them, go pre-order them, because they won't be back until August, and I completely get it. Just saying, you probably want one. $36 for this set. It's $42 for the other, and then it's less if you get the one without sparkle. And that is the Simple Shawl for Fancy Yarns by Fibro Knitter, or Fibro Knits, or whatever. Simple Shawl for Fancy Yarns, Google it, or Rabbit. So that's basically what I've been working on. That's basically all his scene work, aside from the shawl, which I can't show you. The winner loved it. I'm going to mispronounce her name. Jen LNRN. Awesome lady. Had fun, hung out with her. I'm so glad she won it. Lives out in New York. I would also like to do a shout out to 2 wonderful people who sent me packages to cheer me up during the downfall of my sanity. And Awilda. She even sent me a pronunciation guide so I wouldn't screw it up. She's a Kiwi. So I love my Kiwis. My Kiwis always take good care of me. Kiwis and I like this. She sent me a gorgeous package. I can't show you the project bag she sent because it's actually behind the couch and it's got something in it that I'm going to cast on at some point. I was going to cast it on at SSK. Didn't get that far. But she also sent me this. I'm so spoiled. I got a knit shawl. I have to make sure to show you the right way, which is to have the back way facing me, correct? Isn't that gorgeous? I love that the light's coming through so you can see everything about it. And then there's the lace. It is gorgeous. It is out of a great yarn. It is lovely. And I believe there's test knitters right now. This is the Meet Me in Montauk, which is a reference to Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, which is where my Rav name, Blue Ruin, comes from, and which is probably why my hair changes every 3 days, because I am pretty much Clementine. Not gonna lie, pretty much Clementine. And this is a gorgeous purple. The purple is not gonna read, because it's like a black purple. But it's got this gorgeous centerpiece and the lace and everything, so I think you should totally check that pattern out. I'm not sure if it's been released yet or if it's still in the test knit phase, but go pester her because it's pretty freaking awesome. I'm going to have to knit one of these because it's so gorgeous. It's like, not only do I have one, but I want to knit one as well because it's so stinking gorgeous. And if it wasn't like 30 some degrees Celsius out, I would put it on, but I might actually die if I was overheated to that extent. But it's gorgeous. And she sent me coffee, and Kiwi coffee is always the superior coffee, unless it's Swedish coffee. And I'll get to that in a minute. She also sent me this, which is 2 skeins of Tennant T18. It's Niche Yarns, 100% merino sock. It is TARDIS blue. It's not showing up as TARDIS blue, but I assure you, this is friggin' TARDIS blue. I'm so excited to do something with this. I don't even know what it's going to be. I'm keeping it in its bag because this bag is all crinkly, but it has ninjas. And I forgot to bring some stuff over here because I'm an idiot. I forgot. The other person who sent me a gorgeous, gorgeous package via Jack, which was kind of cool, because Jack came over and I was like, what? Because we had hung out and he'd forgotten to bring it, and then he was like, can I come back? I forgot to bring you some stuff, and blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. I was kind of confused, and there was this giant package, so we opened it and promptly ate the chocolate. Well, it took a couple days for me to eat all the chocolate because it may or may not contain lactose, but we had some chocolate. Let's just face it, the chocolate was eaten. And that was Frida Stitch. I'm going to screw up her name because she's from Sweden. It's like Stitch to Spin or Stitch Talk Spin. I can kind of worm my way through German, but Swedish, I'm gonna mess up your stuff. But she's such a sweetheart. You have to see this. You have to see this because this has been like, all of her stuff had like little notes on it, and it said, "I'm Vlad. Please adopt me." I want one of these so bad. It sat in my queue forever, and I was like, I should knit one of these. I hate knitting toys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate knitting stuff this little. I love it, but I hate knitting it because it just drives me crazy. I like knitting big things or socks. Socks aren't big things, but you can see Frankie is inspecting things. Hi, Frank. So if you flip Vlad inside out, ready? Are you ready for this? He becomes a little bat. He's a little bat, and he's got little eyes, and he's just so stinking cute. So I flip him inside and outside and leave his little thing on him occasionally. So, but I kept his little sign that says to adopt me because I just think it's so stinking cute. And I just love him. And I Instagrammed him and I squish him and I ran around with him on my finger and was like, look at my little Vlad. So now he sits on my mantle where he keeps me company. I just love him. Look at his little face. I'm so spoiled. And she sent me coffee. Oh my god, the coffee's so good. I'm never going to need coffee again. I was like, you know what? I ran out of Tim Hortons and I was like worried. And then I got these coffees. I was like, I am not worried. Oh, the coffee's good. Uppsala Cafe. Oh, so good. And then the Malabar Mork, which I believe is Malabar Dark. But oh, they're good. They are so good. So good. And she sent me, this could get troublesome. Petrie is currently sleeping on it. Hey, come here. Come here. This gorgeous double-sided bag. I assume it's double-sided because, oh, and yes, Petrie has definitely slept on this right now. But it's got this cool pattern inside that has like little bats and stuff. And then it's got this wicked cool outside with Dracula and some cool rats and like frogs and witches. And see, I need to start a bunch of projects to use all these bags. This came from Crazy Threads. And inside is the cutest little bat notions pouch. And inside the notions pouch there are stitch markers. And they're my favorite kind of stitch markers. I love these kind. There you go. And inside, spider webs. She also sent me some fiber, which I will show you next week because it is also over here. Because I wanted to spin it right away. It is so pretty, and it's Twilight. And although I don't like Twilight, I love that. And it's a Nerd Girl Fibers. I need to think of something to put in this bag. If someone wants to tell me what pattern I should make so I can put it in this bag, you should tell me. You should tell me. Just saying. Right now I'm having trouble picking patterns, so if anyone wants to tell me what pattern I should be knitting right now and it's not too complex, tell me. I may take you up on it. And the fiber is gorgeous. It's got just a hint of sparkle to it, not enough to make you crazy, and purples and pinks. It's gorgeous. It kind of looks like the shawl I'm knitting. It's awesome. Apparently I need electric colors to accent the black I normally wear, although I'm getting more into other colors, as you can tell by my top currently. And you may notice my voice is completely shot. It has been shot since SSK, and this is actually way better. Less Tom Waits. Less Tom Waits. I will eventually get back to normal, but again, and then I drove through Iowa because I didn't want to pay the toll road in Chicago, and it was like the same distance to go through Iowa and Missouri. So I went through Iowa and Missouri. Man, they've got big bugs in Iowa. My windshield, I had to keep wiping it. It was insane. But anyway, I wanted to say a big thank you to the two of you. You guys are you spoiled me. I'm still drinking your coffee. It's awesome. The only reason I'm drinking Diet Coke is it's 8 o'clock at night and I have to go make coffee when I'm done recording. But those cheered me up. They came on the best of days. They came on those rough times, and I have the best viewers and the best friends in the world, and I couldn't ask for more. I really couldn't. And yeah, I haven't been spinning. I want to get back to spinning. I want to get back to spinning so bad. I wanted to spin, and it's Tour de Fleece, so I was like, I want to be in Tour de Fleece, but I can't because I have to dye all this stuff, right? So I haven't spun. I really want to spin. So as soon as this bugger scabs up, there will be spinning. Oh, yes. And as we lean into spinning, something that may end up on the wheel. This is in the goodie bags. It's called That Somewhere, and there's actually a really good, like, long explanation as to what the name means, which just makes it even better. But this is by Leading Men Fiber Arts because for some reason I always want to call it Leading Man Fiber Arts because I've watched Steve too much. And this is 100% BFL, 4 ounces. It's gorgeous. I saw it spun up bulky, which was, Leslie did that for the giveaway. See if I can lean back and strategically grab what I want to grab. But that's probably going to get spun relatively soon, I'm not going to lie. I won this at the closing ceremonies, which, like, for the donations to the Scarab Bandit Center, they had a raffle. And it's an optional raffle. You know, you don't have to, but I really wanted this. And this is the Lichen out of Into the World, which is hand spun and knit by Leslie. And I wanted it, so I won it. And it's so soft and springy that I actually want it to be like fall, winter, so I can wear it. Not gonna lie. See, I still have the tag on it because it says hand spun lichen by Leslie. And I asked, and it's Into the World, and it's so soft. And it's made by Leslie, who got a tattoo at the same time I got a tattoo. We went together, actually. I just took 4 hours longer than she did. I'm sure you'll see that on the Knit Girls. Everyone was talking about it at the thing, but everyone was getting tattoos, and it was like, we started a chain reaction. And we went to the Black 13. My artist was Marty. A little bit of an excessive wiper, but great artwork. Try not to go when they're sorority girls getting their first tattoos on their foot, and because they will break your concentration and make you angry. If you're me. Having talked about spinning, the reason I picked this up at SSK, Jerry Brock was there. And there are 2 Jerry Brocks I want, but one is only sold in Alaska. So if you happen to live in Alaska and you're anywhere near the store that sells the one with the whales on it, the little whale tails on it, talk to me, because I want that one. But you can only buy it in the store in Alaska. But the other one I wanted, I got. Not gonna lie, I was a vendor, so I got to pre-shop, and I was like, screw all you. Like, there's some people who were being nice, like other podcasters and vendors being nice. I was not that nice person. I was like, I'm gonna go get what I want, because I would be up sitting outside at 6 in the morning otherwise to get what I want. Well, I got the Hedgehog. This is a redwood and birch. It's a 0.42, which is a little lighter than she's usually does. And she was like, you know, that one's really light. And I was like, I know it's really light, but I like spinning light on things because I like to do really fine on my drop spindles. So it works for me. I'm so excited. I want to use this so bad, but I can't. Because, let's face it, until it scabs, something's going to stick to it, and I don't want to have to be pulling fiber out of it and have it, like, embedded in the scab. That would just be unpleasant. But I will show you some of the things. I will not show you all of the things, because, again, I went a bit wool piggish. This came in our goodie bags, though. This is Wandering Wool, the Alsable sock in the Knitting It in the Nashville Night colorway. It's a gorgeous purple with flecks of reds and purples. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. But I do like purples, so just put it over here. Another thing that I had to get was the What a View kit by Desert Vista, because I really wanted one, and then I didn't pre-order because I'm an idiot. But she had some, so I managed to get one. I got the Midnight Lake colorway, which is blacks and this gorgeous turquoisey blue. I really can't do it justice. And you get all this wonderful stuff in the kit, and of course, a portion of the proceeds go to the Scarab Bandit Center and anywhere that's going to help out women, and it helps out women in other races and stuff. And I just, let's face it, I come from a single mother and I'm a brown girl. You touch my cockles when you do stuff like that. So I got the kit. I got the download for the sock. I'm actually looking forward to the sock because it looks like it's a bit hard, but not too hard. It's like not yet Cookie A hard, but it's got some visual interest for me, and hopefully I'll probably give it like a month or two to knit it and before I start knitting it, so that it will remind me of the Scarab Bandit Center and everybody who I miss and all my new friends. Like Hazel. Hazel is so adorable. Like, she's got a cute Ravitar, But she is like 80 times cuter in real life. And I was like, I don't want to sound like a douche, but you are way cuter in real life. Like, you're adorable on Ravelry, but like in person, it's just 100-fold. It's not. She glows with like this positive energy that you just can't capture in a picture. I think that's what it is, because she was just so happy and so pumped and running around in a tutu, and I just loved her. Ah, there's my gush about Hazel. I gush about everybody, though. Don't worry. Let's go through the fiber, and then I'll hit up the yarn on the next episode. How's that? I'll do the fiber today and the yarn next episode. Wool Pierogi was there, and she has these things called Batatats that she only does for shows. This one is a base of white BFL and a whole lot of question mark. I've been assured that the whole lot of question mark does not include mohair, because I am allergic to mohair. I can get away with a little bit of mohair, but too much mohair, break out in hives. It's really disgusting. So this is what, 2.9 ounces? 3.7, and it's $29.60. There you go. But Wool Pierogi, love her stuff. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. There's a little bit of yellow, but not enough that makes me want to puke. Look at this right here. This sparkly bit right here. That makes it all worthwhile to me. And so in this one there are 3, and they're all a little different, and they all have like this. This is going to be insane. I can't wait to spin it. I think it'll be a good contrast on a very simple sweater or something. So, want to spin now. Like I said, I bought fiber because I wanted to spin and I couldn't. And I'm just making it worse on myself. So, there was this, and Wool Pierogi and Jelby were right across the way from me. So I got to see their wonderful fun faces and hear random things coming out, and then I would interject random things. So adorable. I picked up this because, let's face it, Gail was there. I had to get one. This is a no name. Where can I hold it? There you go. That is true to color right there. And this is the BFL nylon, 8515 superwash BFL nylon, 6 ounces. And her distributor isn't carrying this anymore, so she's going to have to figure out something else for socks. So I was like, well, then I need to have this. I was going to get Stony, but this one spoke to me more. And if I spin it properly, I can get enough for a pair of socks for myself and my mother out of it, so it's a win-win. Win, win, win. There's like triple win. So you should go buy that all up from Gail before it Steampunk Gradient. Do I need to say more? I got married in steampunk theme. As long as you put steampunk in the title, I have to have it. It's a gorgeous, and it's reflective, and I'm not taking it out. It's a silk merino blend from Fiber Optic. It's the 8020 silk merino silk, sorry. So it goes from a dark purpley gray to a full gray to a black to a brown to a browny orange, copper orange. See, I bought 2 last year and I spun 1, so I was like, well, I spun 1, so I can buy 2 more. So if I spin 1, I can buy 3. If I spin 2, I can buy 4 next time I see her. See, this is my rationale. It's like the Fibonacci sequence of spinning. Malia would be proud. Malia, if you're watching this, are you proud? Fibonacci sequence of spinning. That's how you can figure out what you need to spin and how you need to spin it. Fibonacci sequence. Because then if you spin 2, you can buy 4. So if you spin 4, you can buy 8. That's actually not the Fibonacci sequence. The Fibonacci sequence is 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 1 is, yeah. No, 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. So it takes the previous 2 numbers. Anywho, I just talked math on my podcast, and that never happens. So, Fibonacci sequence for the win. Blackbird Gradient, again, put a bird in it and I'll buy it. Seriously. Seriously, that this episode should be called SSK Recap. Seriously. After 2 months. The Blackbird Gradient has this, and it's not going to show up unless I take it out, and I'm not going to take it out. Can I hold it back here? Can I tilt it? Can I bring it up real close? Bring it up real close? I don't know. Anywho, maybe this side, there you go. So it's got this gorgeous tealy blue. It goes into this green, more of a tealy green, into a black. Let's face it, this is like the goth trifecta of awesome. Not to be associated with the Trifecta of Awesome Club, which is run by Melia Bella of Keegan Lane Yarns, Fiber Nymph, Lisa of the 90% Knitting, and Heather of Highland Handmaids and the Fiberista Files. It's just, I like saying things are awesome. And you're a star. Just so you know. Is that all my fiber? I think that's all my fiber, and then I kind of went bag crazy. Not gonna lie. Casey of Tangerine Designs was there, and I kind of went crazy. But I will save that for another day, because we're at 40 minutes. And that's a really long time for the fact that I only showed you like 3 works in progresses. But I'm back. I will probably try and record once a week. It is currently Thursday. My mom's in town all next week. So it may be delayed next week. Wah, wah. Or I may actually just record like Sunday or Monday and then not put it up till Friday. Because I'm a horrible person. But do remember, knittersnightmare.com update with all the stuff you missed. So if you've been waiting for 2 months because I shut the shop down in June, there is loads of stuff from Goth Rainbow and Tulips and Vegetables to some of the older stuff like I'm Smad, which is a Gilmore Girls colorway. There are the Nashville kits in Music Row and Nashville Coffee Run. There are poonies to be had. They're luxury poonies. They have Mongolian cashmere, not gonna lie. They're hot. So check those out. Shop is live tomorrow at noon, July 25th at noon. It'll probably be up for a while. There's some variegates too. So if you don't catch this till Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, I'm sure there'll still be stuff there. I don't see why it would all be gone. But I've heard I'm hard to get a hold of. It's not true. FYI. So that's everything I've got for you this week. I will save the yarn for next week. I'll show you the yarn next week. I'll show you the wonderful fiber I got. Maybe I'll even be spinning it. Don't get too excited. Okay. Either way, I hope you have a great time. And I'll get back into this podcasting thing now. So, anywho, bye.